Hey y'all, welcome back to Kickstands Up Radio. I'm your host, the Rebel Rider Tony P. Today, I've got a little bit of pop culture, I've got a little bit of news, and we're going to be talking Harley and OCC. Stick around, you're not going to want to miss this today.
Oh, yeah. Now this is a biker bar.
Welcome to Kickstands Up Radio, the podcast where we discuss all things motorcycles, from the latest gear to the best routes for your group ride. Here's your host, the Harley hooligan, Rebel Rider Tony P, and he's here to rev up your engines and tickle your funny bone. So grab a cold one, pull up a leather seat, and let's ride into the hilarious world of biker culture. Just remember, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room in the garage.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Y'all, if you're a fan of the show, you know where we're located at. We're located here in Florida. But what I want to share with you today is some news that hit the desk over this past weekend. Two bikers. They was riding in this large group. I want to say they was out near I-4, near Volusia County, up near Daytona, between Orlando and Daytona, somewhere in that area. Two bikers, 67-year-old Cameron Gilmore and 25-year-old Brandy Gross, were riding in a large group when they noticed this big blob in the road. Initially, they thought it was a retread just laying in the road. They got a little closer. It was a 6-foot alligator. Different kind of retread. It was a 6-foot gator. Well, they had a bizarre collision. Sent both of them to the hospital. Like I said, it took place around 6 o'clock in the evening. They were, if you can, I'll see if I can tag the video and post it on here. I'm not promising that I can. If not, it's going to be in the comments down below. But they collided with this gator, or swerved to avoid the gator, and sent both of them to the hospital. Thank God they are unharmed. They were unscathed. Few broken bones, a little road rash, but all in all, some astounding news, and just it was crazy. It was crazy whenever it hit the desk. I had to be one of the first to get out there and let you guys know about this. But like I said, I think Gilmore, he said that laying in his hospital bed, he stated, the only thing I could think is, help me, Jesus. After he hit it, he just kept flipping. Like I said, a few broken bones, but at least they're talking about it. Guys, I want to give a special thanks to our sponsors. Without them, the show wouldn't be nearly as badass as it is. Please pay them a visit. Y'all, White Trash Adventures on TikTok, some of the best haunts and hideouts. They're going to give you some of the best roadside attractions while you're out on your ride. If you want to stop and eat, they give good, honest reviews of great food places along the ways as well. Not just in Florida, but all over the U.S. the Midwest. So they're going to be hitting the road. I believe they said sometime this summer or next summer across the U.S., going to South Dakota, doing different things like that. Make sure you pay them a visit. And, dude, special thanks to Rebel Road Authentic. Man, they made this badass shirt for me. Yeah, that's me. RebelRoadAuthentic.com. Get your custom t-shirts, tumblers, decals, everything. Pay them a visit. Alright. So, let's say you hit the lotto. You got a little bit of money to spend. You're a motorcycle enthusiast. Like us. What do you want to invest in? Well, Harley's CVO, it starts, in between like 40 and 50,000. Sure. You want to buy a bike like the CVO, invest a lot of money into it, make it your own, make it unique. Well, guys, I got news for you. You can invest in a bike that's a one-off. There's not another one out there for less than the price of a CVO. That's right. How? Let me tell you. OCC, although, man, these guys shot to stardom on the Discovery Channel, American Chopper, Paul Tuttle Sr., Paul Tuttle Jr. I know I watched the show religiously. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. But in 2011, they manufactured, I think it was season 4. I think it was season 4. They manufactured a bike that you can pick up right now, cheaper than what it would cost to buy a brand new CVO. That's right, the OCC Trans Am Depot bike. Classic style, Smoking the Bandit, classic black, honeycomb style wheels. Beautiful bike. Believe it or not, it's selling right now cheaper than you can get a CVO for. So if you want that one off, pick it up. If you bought it and you're watching this show or you're listening to this show, let me know how much you picked it up for. We'll share that with our listeners. If you're listening, if you're watching, let's go. So I have some exciting news that I wanted to share with y'all. Not only am I the host of our Kickstands Up radio podcast, but I started a few weeks ago getting back into something that I love, music. Y'all, tune into BIC Radio Sunday nights, 9:30 to 11:30 Eastern Time. Sometimes I go a little bit longer, but 9:30 to 11:30. Going to be spinning some of your favorite tunes from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even today. Y'all take a listen. Join us in the chat room. I'll see you there. I don't care if you ride as long as you ride. You ride a Harley, you ride a Yamaha, you ride a Honda, you ride an Indian. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we ride. But one thing that every biker knows is you go to the dealer, if you're buying a brand new bike, you roll off the lot, and the minute you start rolling off the lot, guess what? That bike, it depreciates in value. Well, I've got 8 bikes that Harley put out right now that are sure to appreciate in value. So if you've invested in one of these, kudos to you. Let's talk about them. Number 8 is the 2024 Harley Davidson Hydra Glide Revival. Listen, the Hydra Glide, it checks all the boxes. It's limited production, classic design, and a throwback appeal. And they only produced 1,500 of these bikes. It was built to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the 49 Hydra Glide. It features vintage badging, period current paint, and leather fringe saddlebags. It sold quickly and quietly, but its value could climb as the collectors seek out the factory custom bikes that blend old school looks with modern performance. Why would it go up in value as opposed to depreciate? Well, I mean, very simple. It was a limited edition. Factory tributes, the bike with historical significance. Guys, these bikes are streamlined. They're beautiful. If you like that old school style, man, I'm telling you what, go check it out. If you have the means, pick one up. But for God's sakes, just because it's a collector's edition, don't let it sit in a garage or in a barn covered dust. That's not what they're meant for. 50, 60, 70 years, somebody's going to come across and, get that barn find. You don't want that. Next up is the 23 Harley CVO Road Glide Limited Anniversary Edition. Guys, again, and gals, sorry, I'm not excluding anyone, but guys and gals, this is the 120th anniversary edition of the Harley CVO Road Glide. Its exclusive style and special finishes is what makes this really unique and what could appreciate in value. If you don't think the special paint jobs are enough to drive Harley collectors wild, guys, check out the prices on these. The Harley Davidson Heritage Softail Springer, the FLSTS, in olive green and black. Oh, damn. And why do I think that this one's going to appreciate in value? It's real simple. I mean, God, listen, why will it go up in value? Because anniversary editions have always been desirable. And the quality here, it's something Harley's best. Especially for what Harley's getting ready to go into in the future. We'll get into that later. And number 6 is the 18 Harley FXDR 114. It's a bit of an outlier in the Harley lineup, but the FXDR 114, it was a performance focused machine with a bit of drag strip energy. Now, I'm telling you what, I have a very good friend of mine that purchased one of these, and my God, he decked this thing out. This thing is it's super sexy, and he put NOS on the damn thing. Okay, he's nuts. Beautiful bike though. I mean, he's done a ton of work to it. I don't recall if he changed out the paint. I don't think he did, but I mean, it's got style. It's got sass, man. I'm telling you what, it's classy. And why could it go up in value? I mean, they didn't produce a lot of them, so that's kind of the appeal. So it could boost demand as the bike gets older. I mean, that's just one. That's just one thing. Okay, number 5. It made this list. I'm not a fan of this bike. I'm a fan of Harley. I'm a fan of any bike in reality, but the 21 first year model 21 Harley Pan America 1250 Special. I'm not a huge fan of these. There are a lot of people that are. Maybe because I've never taken one out for a test ride. I don't know. But I'm. It just doesn't scream Harley or doesn't appeal to me as a Harley. It was the first serious adventure bike that Harley got into. The Pan America 1250. It shocked the world with its design and engineering, but it wasn't without its haters, especially when it first launched. Which is part of why I think that it could be a future collectible Harley. Which is part of the reason why I think it could be a future collectible Harley. Don't be surprised, though, to find those first year models, especially the trim, the adaptive ride height, and the tech suite becoming the biggest reason why collectors and all that just go after this unit. I'm not saying that it's not a good bike. Don't email me, call me, message me, none of that shit. If I offend you, I don't care. But I mean, listen, the Pan America, it's not for everyone, but it was Harley's boldest departure. Uh, those first year models that might collect collectors' interests. You never know. Our next one, even though it made this list, I am 110,000% not a fan. Will never own one. I don't see the appeal in these bikes. Let me know if I'm wrong or if you feel that I'm wrong. But number 4, the Livewire. Yeah, the pre-spin-off Livewire, I should say. Before the Livewire became its own brand, Harley, it was launched in 2020 as the company's first electric motorcycle. It didn't hit massive sales numbers. Gee, I wonder why. But it made history as the beginning of Harley's venture into electric mobility. Okay? So, that's setting the stage for the establishment of the Livewire as a standalone electric motorcycle brand in 2021. The inaugural entry into Harley's electric lineup, the early Livewire, it symbolized a pivotal moment in the company's evolution, making it a noteworthy piece for collectors interested in the brand's transition into technology. Like I said, I am not a fan, nor will I ever be one, but collectors, I mean, hell, it's an EV bike, so who knows? Now, this one I can get into. The 2016 Harley Dyna Lowrider S first generation. You know, before Harley absorbed the Dyna into the Softail platforms, the original Dyna Lowrider S was stripped down, blacked out high performance cruiser that quickly became one of the most sought after bikes in history. It's still commanding big prices on the used market. They aren't getting any cheaper, at least as far as we can tell. But it's already started climbing in value, thanks to its credit on the streets among performance Harley fans. That is why this one's going to go up in value and continue to rise. Number 2, the 2022 Harley Sportster Evo last year. Listen, picture yourself back in time, 2022, the Sportster. It marked the end of an era as the final model to feature that iconic air-cooled Evo engine. Guys, that was a mainstay since 1984. This engine powered the Sportster line for 38 years, offering a blend of what Harley riders love, but still reliable and simple. With its discontinuation due to the evolving emission standards and the shift toward liquid cooled engines like the Revo Max, the 22 Evo stands as a significant milestone in Harley's history. Collectors, enthusiasts alike, they're going to find this model increasingly desirable, representing the last of the classic air-cooled Sportsters. Listen, Harley's been leaning hard into its love of limited edition bikes, and with only 1,500 of number ones made, this is sure to hit that collectible point. What I'm talking about is the 22 Lowrider El Diablo. Guys, this one is probably one of the most appealing to me on this list. And with that being said, it might be one of the most promising future classics that are on this list. It was part of the Icons collection, and it's a limited edition model that pays tribute to the 1980s California counterculture. Its fiery red paint scheme, demanding attention from blocks away. That's what really, to me, sets the El Diablo apart. Like I said, only 1,500 of these were ever made. 1,500 in the world. So, I mean, that's it. This is one of those bikes that, yeah, guys, this is sure to be a classic. It's got what makes it a strong candidate to me is not just the paint job, not just the style and the class of the El Diablo, but it's rarity, if you would. The Rockford Fosgate sound system, the Milwaukee 8, breathing through that heavy breather intake. You got a bike that is likely to become one of the most sought after collectibles, and that is why that this one is going to sure to increase in value over time. Good luck on picking you one up at a showroom price, or good luck on picking you one up at a low price. I don't think it's going to happen. If you have one of these, guys, send me your pictures. Love to see them. Love to be able to share them with all of our listeners. Guys, Kickstands Up Radio. We're a podcast for bikers, from bikers. We'd love to hear from you. So, if you have ideas for future episodes, you have questions, you have comments, you've had suggestions, let us know. Email us at kickstandsupradio@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
I'm okay. I have my butt.